And my name is Dean. And as many of you know, I left the TV show in January, or actually in February, early February, and I left the state and moved south. But I wanted to make this video. It's been on my mind for a long time, for mainly for one reason, and that is to offer up a thank you. So there's a couple things I want to say about that. Number one, to all of you in New Hampshire, I greatly appreciate my 9.5 years up there in New Hampshire. I really appreciate the participation that I shared with all of you in the 3%er groups, in National Liberty Alliance, and the other organizations that mainly are all about law and order and restoring the republic and protecting the communities and that sort of thing. So it was a great time. I really appreciate meeting all of you up there. I am still on New Hampshire's team, and I plan to rejoin the show here in a manner of speaking. Thank you to Richie, Richie Merritt has kept the show going, and Pat Murphy for being on there. You guys have been doing a great job. And thank you also, Richie, for the 2 years that we did the show. You really kept me going, and pretty much were the backbone of making sure I got out of my house and got to the studio to do the show. So thank you for that. Greatly appreciate it. You're a true friend. So I also want to just thank the people of New Hampshire for all that you do up there. What a great state. Loved it up there, and really appreciate the vitality with which everyone participates in the shared values of constitutional republic and constitutional law, and the attempt to regain some of that constitutional aspect of our communities and our country and our state. That type of work is badly needed, and you guys are very good at it, but we got our work cut out for us, as you know. So my intention is to still be on your team. I am going to do short videos, sort of adjunct subject matter, try to keep it real short, but might do a few of them. There's so many things I want to talk about, but the main thing I want to follow and talk about is QAnon. Where we go one, I can't get up there. We go all. So, funny thing, because I was getting ready to make this video and just realized that after, 20 days, Q has been silent, and he just dropped a few posts again on 8chan. So, I just actually saw those posts, so I'm not going to try to comment on it now. I've got to review them and do some studying, but I'll show you real quick. And for those of you who are interested, this site right here, hold on, https://QAnon.pub. This is a great site because they take the QAnon posts, pull them off of the 8chan, and they just post them here as individuals. Now this right here was on July 4th, and it's the last post, and I thought I was going to get on this video and say that QAnon is gone dark and is nowhere to be found and not posting, and we had no reason to expect him to continue on, but all of us were very hopeful. But let me show you this, because to my knowledge, I mean, I just was made aware of this in like 20 minutes ago. So here is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here is 11 posts by QAnon. So we're going to get into that in a video here. I'll try to do it by the end of the day. But this site has all of QAnon's posts. If you want to go there, you can. And there's 1,600 of them, folks. There is a lot of posts. It started, for those of you that don't know, QAnon started posting last October 28th. And he is an intelligence officer out of the White House. Sometimes these posts are actually the president, and there are many proofs that it is an accurate source from within the White House, and it is basically the patriots who are Excuse me, I'm messing with my screen. There are patriots behind Trump that have been very active in restoring law and order and going after the deep state. But anyway, that's the whole story right there if you want to follow the Q&M posts. And there's a lot I want to talk about. There's a lot I want to go over in my little short things, but I don't want to do it here for this video. I mainly wanted to say thank you to people. Now, for those of you who don't know, I left in January, went to my dad's. He's dealing with Alzheimer's, and I was working with him till the end of January. Came back and started asking myself, well, what would I want to do if I could do anything? So I thought, go to the Appalachian Trail. So I packed up everything. I moved south, put it in storage, and I went on the Appalachian Trail. A whole lot of you were following me because I video blogged my experience on the trail. I made it 70 days, 624 miles. And I greatly appreciate the people that were following me, making comments, hitting the like button, and encouraging me the whole way. So just let it be known that there's a lot of you, and I'd like to name all of you, but I'm afraid I'll miss a few. But thank you so much for your encouragement. It was great to have that happening while I was out on the trail. It was an awesome experience, and if I could have afforded it, I'd still be out there now. But I had to get back to my W-2 workaday world, so I am back at it working. I'm down here in near the Mason-Dixon line, working 50 plus hours a week again, so I will squeeze out whatever time I can to make these videos. Anyway, really love you people from New Hampshire. Really hope to stay in touch as much as I can and to be engaged in the same battle. We really aren't that far apart. I'm down south here now, but it could be just like I'm still in Manchester. So kudos to all of you for the great work that you do up there. Very happy and proud to know you, and thank you again for just allowing me into your community and be a part of what you guys are a part of. So I think that's going to be it for now. I do have a new channel, and I'm going to do my videos on that new channel. It's called Red Pill Awake, and I kind of want to do that because I have a feeling that there's going to be a good chance of me getting shut down given the content that I intend to put on that channel. But I don't think that would happen also because I probably won't have that big of an audience. But if I ever got a big audience, I know they'd probably shut me down. But anyway, I want to do it on a separate channel, and I'll post it on Inform New Hampshire so that you guys can follow, and so that I don't disrupt Inform New Hampshire if indeed I do get shut down. That would mess up the TV show. So once again, very happy to be back at it. I'm nervous as always, but I'm looking forward to bringing you guys news and information that you're not going to hear in the mainstream, and try to keep you posted on pertinent things that are happening behind the scenes, and very excited to be talking about QAnon. Richie and I started talking about him a little bit in December and January on the show, and that's when I left town and went on the trail. And you know, unfortunately, I couldn't do a news program from the trail, although I wish I could have. So, but I'm glad to be back at it, and QAnon will be a big part of what I'm doing here for the show. So, thank you again for tuning in, and best wishes to all of you in New Hampshire. Hope to hear from you and